Well, how about it, y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. Just like most afternoons, I have more to do this afternoon than I probably have time. But we're going to be trying to move our steers to our back pasture behind our main barn, get them grazing across it for the next couple days. The goats really need to move into the pasture that the steers have been in for the past 2 weeks. There's a lot more grass in there since we've been rotating the steers every day. The pasture that the does are in is about 8 out, and it couldn't stand much more grazing, so we're going to go ahead and move the does. But first, we're going to run the trailer up to the lease. About a week ago, I built a ramp to go behind the trailer, and we're going to start trying to load the 2 pigs that are up there, one of which is a bearer. He needs to come home to join our butchering, or our group that we're going to sell for butcher hogs, and our little boar pig. If we can get them on the trailer and get them home, we're going to go ahead and start breeding our 2 gilts. So got a lot to do. Got the trailer hooked up already. We're going to shoot up the road, see if we can get that ramp set up, and see if we can start loading some pigs. It'll probably take a couple days before they'll actually go in this trailer, but I'll explain that when we get up there. There's the 2 billies. I was starting to get worried. I didn't see them until I got all the way down here. They finally poked their head out the back side of that barn. But these are the 2 pigs that we've got up here, what I call the lease. This guy right here is a bearer, but the one that's laid down is our little boar pig. He's not little anymore. He's probably 275, 300. He's good size now, but he's ready. He's definitely old enough to breed. We're gonna see if we can get him on the trailer in the next couple days and get him to the house and start that whole process. But about a week ago, I built this ramp. It's the same height as our back of our horse trailer. And the idea is we're gonna set this thing in this pen, and then we're just gonna start feeding the pigs inside the trailer. And eventually, hopefully, we'll walk out here, or hopefully one day Scott will walk out here, who owns this property, and he'll shut the gate on him, and he'll call me, and we'll haul him back to the house. Let me see if I can get this thing set in there without getting completely nasty. I forgot to get my boots from the house, but yeah, we'll see how this works. What's up, buddy?
Are you bringing little goats back?
Not yet.
I bring a pig back. Which pig are you gonna bring back?
These 2 are going to my house. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. All right, slow down here. All right, right there. Well, a little bit more, a little bit more. All right, right there. So, hopefully they're just gonna walk on up in there.
We should put the camera. I actually would stick the camera in there and see what No! Go in!
Just throw a little more.
These pigs are
higher. Well, we almost got both of them. We got one up there and eating a whole lot better than I thought we were going to do the first day. We're going to set this panel up.
so we can
Make sure they don't jump over when it's...
supposed to go in their way.
And hopefully in the next 2 or 3 days, we'll get them in there. Well, that was really, really close. That little bear, he'll go straight in there, start eating. The boar pig, of course, as soon as we unhooked the trailer and pulled out of the pasture, he went in there, got back down there, hooked up the truck, And as soon as I dropped the trailer down on the ball, both of them came out. Neither one of them went back in after that. But it's all right. We're gonna leave the trailer there, and then tomorrow we're gonna come back up here, hook the truck up, and then feed them in the trailer again, and hopefully we have success. I'm not in any hurry, just gonna try to get them home whenever we can, get that barrow put back with our big group of pigs, so he can start eating on a self-feeder with them, and then the boar is gonna go in with our 2 gilts. But head back to the house, see what else we can get done this afternoon. It's starting to rain on us, of course, but we're gonna see if we can get them steers moved and also our doe herd moved. Well, my dad just moved the horses into our, what we call the middle pen. We're gonna move the steers into where the horses were and drop their fence, get it set up a lane all the way from this gate behind me over here to this gate, from this gate all the way down to our barn down there, and see if we can just move the cows down that lane. It's probably gonna take a little while since we're not moving them with a feed trough in front of them. We'll just have to see how it goes. They'll come in here, lock them in here, get the fence set up, and then we'll open the gate, give them all the time they want to move, and start moving all their mineral water and all that good stuff. So see how it goes. Come on, fellas. Let's go to your new pasture. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go this way. There you go, fellas. Proud of you. Come on, River. Y'all come in here. I'll move your fence. We're gonna give you some fresh green grass. Well, we got the guys over here in this little pen. We're gonna go ahead and roll up the fence and get it set up so we can start moving them. I'm gonna cut the camera off. It's starting to drizzle pretty good, and I'm sure you don't want to see me roll up fence. So catch back up with you in a second when we start putting up that lane. Alrighty, so the plan is we're gonna walk them down a lane behind the building right now. I'm gonna try to send them through this gate right here behind me, but we're gonna create a lane going beside our building across our driveway. I've actually got one strand up already, and let me get right there. We've got it hooked to the fence right here, coming across the driveway up this little road that goes to our front pasture. I still need to run a strand on this side. We're gonna get it all nice and hot. Then we're gonna open the gate and let them ease down it. I'm not gonna push them at all. We'll just let them go at their own pace. So let me get this other wire up real quick, and we'll open the gate. Hope we don't have a rodeo. Alrighty, it's showtime. Let's hook this one to the fence. This one over here is already hooked up. Got our lane created. And open the gate and let these guys hopefully slowly make their way down. And here we go. I wish they'd both come together. Mr. T's just taking his own little walk. Sit down, River. Why don't you sit down? Sit. Stay. Here comes Mr. B. If he gets past me, I'll come back and I'll shut that gate. Like I said, I'm gonna give them time to figure out where they want to go. They'll be locked in this lane for the time being. They won't go back in the pasture. Might just kind of put a little pressure on them walking them down the lane, but not too much. No need for pressure at all. Come here, Rivers. Come here, Rivers. Come here, Rivers. Come here. This is where they could get very uncomfortable quick. They've got to go down here and go through this little gate. So we're just gonna, like I said, give them time. And I think we've got it. Beautiful, boys, beautiful. Proud of y'all. So that worked out pretty well. About from the time I opened the gate to from the time they went in, about 2 minutes. So nice and easy. They didn't get stressed out. Did exactly what I wanted them to do. I'm gonna get this fence rolled up real quick. I'm gonna stretch them out a piece of this pasture. Then I'll catch back up with you when we turn them out in it. So we got their new pen set up, about to let them out. Fence should be hot. We'll test it here in just a second. Put a little extra post in just because it's a new pasture in case they get excited. But we'll see how this goes. You ready, boys? Rivers, get out. You're gonna get trampled. Get out. Sit down. Sit. Stay. You ready? Y'all ready? Perfect. Well, while we're on the move, I guess we better go ahead and move the goats. I'm gonna feed the pigs up real quick first because the barrels of feed are in the pen that the goats are gonna come in. And I know how it goes trying to feed anything with a bucket while the goats are in the way. So I'll go ahead and top them off. Then I'll meet back up with you and we'll open the gate, let the goats come in and get some more green grass, whatever the steers left behind. Well, the pigs are fed. Guess it's time for the goats to make a little move. I know one thing, I'm right up here at our barn now, up front. I put this spigot in a terrible spot. This spigot right here is right by the gate. The pigs have cut it on several times and it looks like the goats cut it on today. I guess just kind of messing with the gate to see if they can get through it. Turn the knob and it's on. Don't know how long it's been on. I know there's a steady stream of water going down the hill, but the goats are going in this pasture. A couple of them leading the way. We'll just let them go on through. It's starting to drizzle pretty good again. We got to see if they can get the feed first. Goats are moved. They're by far the easiest thing we have to move. You open a gate, the goats are coming running. Sometimes it's aggravating because you're trying to pull in the pasture with a tractor or a truck or something. But as soon as they hear a chain dingling on the gate, they're coming running. But they're moved. I've pushed the goats a lot harder this past year than I really like to, just because of the lack of grass. We had a pretty dry summer last year. Didn't rotate as we should have last summer, and we could definitely tell this winter with the lack of grass, the lack of forage for everything really. But we're going to try to start moving everybody more regularly. The goats are going to be in this pasture for at least a week, possibly 2. I haven't 100% decided. We're only right at 3 weeks away from kidding. So I don't know if I want to take them all the way to the back and then bring them back up here or not, because I do want them up here in the front so they can kid out up here near this barn where we got our double lean-to. I'm gonna move these pigs away from the barn so they've got all this area right here to kid out, have plenty of shelter. So I'm thinking I'm gonna leave them in here for 2 weeks, let them use the neighbor's property a little bit, and then probably move them back up here or in the pasture they just came out of, possibly. I don't know yet. Still undecided on that. The kidding season is only 3 weeks away. It's hard to believe. I don't know if I'm mentally or physically prepared for all that. It's gonna be here soon, so I better get ready. We got a lot of big nannies right now. A lot of bags are filling up pretty good. So I'm excited for the kidding season. I'm excited to see if any of these doelings have any thunder babies. Super excited about that for sure. But also excited for all our Kiko Cross kids. So with all that being said, it's starting to drizzle pretty good now. I still need to move the goats' water, the cows' water, fill up the pigs' water, feed these 2 gilts, and a bunch of other little things before I head to the house this afternoon. But I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us while we're moving all the animals around. Hopefully, maybe in the next video, we're gonna be moving those 2 pigs home. One of them's gonna be going into that group over there. I think there's 12 of them over there. He'll make number 13. So he'll be going over there. And then our 2 gilts are gonna meet our boar. I don't know what Scott and them named him, but he's gonna be going in them with them for a couple weeks, getting these girls bred so we can have some piglets, and hopefully late June, early July. I think I'd have to check the calendar, but super excited about that. That's gonna be a first for us too. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, and we'll see you on the next one.